Hi everyone, today we are multiplying and dividing in scientific notation. So first let's focus on multiplying numbers in scientific notation. The first step is to multiply the decimal numbers together, then add the exponents to get the power of 10. So here's the formula, and let me explain what we're looking at. So we have this number written in scientific notation times this number written in scientific notation, and here is our answer. So what you'll notice is that the n and the m, those would be the decimal numbers, get multiplied, n times m. And then for the power of 10, since they both have a base of 10, 10 to the x and 10 to the y, 10 to the power of y, all we have to do, and because it's multiplication, is add the exponents. So we would do x plus y. So let's take a look at an example. 3.42 times 10 to the 5th times 4.67 times 10 to the 9th. So first we want to multiply the decimals, the 3.42 times the 4.67. And that would give us approximately 15.97. Then we add the exponents. So we have 10 to the 5th and 10 to the 9th, and so we would add 5 plus 9 and get 14. So altogether we have 10 to the 14th power. And so now we write that whole thing. We take 15.97 times 10 to the 14th, and that would be our answer. Except we've got a problem here because we have to rewrite it in scientific notation if needed. Sometimes it will already be in scientific notation, but if it's not, you have to change it back. So notice here, I know that this looks like scientific notation, but it's not, because the number in front of the decimal is 15. And remember that that number has to be from 1 through 9. It has to be a single digit. So in order to change that, we would have to move the decimal so that it's between the 1 and the 5. So now 1.597, that number in front of the decimal is from 1 through 9. But because I moved that decimal, I have to change my exponent. So I'm moving it one more place over, so I have to add 1 to that, and I would get 15. 1.597 times 10 to the 15th power, which would be my final answer. Now for dividing numbers in scientific notation, first you divide the decimal numbers, then you subtract the exponents. So the formula here, if you have this number in scientific notation being divided by this number in scientific notation, you would divide the n and the m, and then it'd be times 10, and since they both have a base of 10 in its division, we would subtract x minus y, which is how you get this. So an example here, if we have 24 times 10 to the 4th divided by 2 times 10 squared. First we would divide the decimals, so that's the number in front here, 24 divided by 2, and we would get 12. Then subtract the exponents, so 4 minus 2 would give us 2, and so when we put that all together we have 12 times 10 squared. But remember, that's not in scientific notation, so we've got to fix it by moving the decimal between the 1 and the 2. 1.2 times 10, and again the decimal was here and I moved it one space over, so now I would have to add 1 to the 2 and it would become 3. So my final answer is 1.2 times 10 to the 3rd power. And that's all for multiplying and dividing. Bye guys.